The city of Beloit invites the community to celebrate the rich industrial history of the gateway to Wisconsin. Starting today, guests can travel back in time to the early days of the city at Beloit Heritage Days. This free event allows community members to explore and learn about historical landmarks. If you're interested, Heritage Days runs from 9 to 5, Friday and Saturday at the Wisconsin Welcome Center.
It's very important to us. We do have a very industrial history here, and there's a lot of people and organizations in Beloit that really brought it to what Beloit is today.